Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you guys are doing well. I will be checking on your energies from now until end of August. For more information about this video, kindly check the description box down below. Thank you so much Taurus for all your support, and I apologize for the delay of this upload. I recently caught a flu a couple of days back, but I'm now doing well, and I definitely want to get these messages out for you, my dear. So I hope that this gives you clarity and sense of enlightenment. And this reading is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Taurus signs. Let's start by getting two cards out. I actually have them already here. So the first card is Listening, and the second card is Peaks of Joy. And I was staring at these two cards, and what I'm getting here is this absolute feeling of being free to express your feelings here. There's a burden that has been lifted on your shoulder, and that kind of happiness where you just really want to jump out of joy, okay? That sense of victory as well. And it feels as though that you've been heard, you've been it's like an answered prayer is what I'm getting here. You've been asking and your guides have been listening, universe has been listening, and it's kind of like it has been manifested, it has been given to you. There's an answered prayer, maybe an unexpected reward. You didn't see this coming, but you asked this from universe, and it's kind of like now you realize, well, universe has been listening all along, okay? And you absolutely feel like celebrating here. Peaks of joy. Also, if it's a relationship, you feel like you finally found someone who you wanted all the qualities. You've been looking for these qualities from a partner, from a person, and you feel like this person definitely understands you. This person has a gift of listening clearly to what you have to say, and also listens to what you don't say. In a way, this person understands your soul, okay? It's a beautiful relationship, so it's worth celebrating. If it's not a romantic interest, this could mean a special friend in your life, or maybe the dynamics you have between family members, friends, people that are around you. You feel like you're heard, you're being understood, and people support you. Beautiful energy, Taurus. Let's see what that is all about. Now I'm using the tarot, and let's do a Celtic spread, okay? Additional messages, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising from now until end of August. Spirit, what are the additional messages for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising from now until end of August, please? All right, so heart of the matter is the Four of Cups. So this is the kind of energy where, well, you thought that someone was not listening, but your guides are definitely listening, okay? I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, look at the image right here. It's like Spirit has been handing you something. Spirit wants you to be happy. Spirit definitely wanted you to move forward from that state of disappointment or sulking or not feeling emotionally content. So your guides are definitely listening. So all you got to do right now is to open your eyes and be aware that there's an offer here. For some of you, you could have already answered to this, and you could have already taken that cup. For some of you, you're still in the process of opening up your heart and becoming, mindful of what's being handed to you, using your intuition to know. And like I said, Ace of Swords, it's like the ability to see clearly the situation. For some of you, maybe you're looking for that last piece of information until you're ready to accept this offer. There could be a new person coming in, but Ace of Swords, more importantly, is that aha moment, that realization, that clarity that's going to be handed to you. Right now, you could still be in the process of sorting your emotions out, but yes, you're going to have the clarity that you need, that peace of mind. Like I said, peaks of joy by, having an answered prayer. And though you might be still in that process of having that clarity, your guides are listening, okay? Your guides are listening. So the cause of this is the Five of Cups. Yeah, like I said, you already have Two of Cups here, and you're not seeing it because maybe for some of you, okay, it's not going to be for all. For some of you, you're still focused on those Three of Cups that have been spilled, okay? And maybe right now you have a lot of offers in front of you from a Four of Cups to Five of Cups. And your ability to be mindful, to think of and contemplate and really seeing it clearly will be the change, okay, that's gonna trigger you towards being happy, is what I'm getting here. It's like the battle is in the mind here. The emotions, okay, Yes, there's feelings of crying over spilled milk or wanting something from the past, but why are you going to waste your time on that spilled cups when you already have three in three that's waiting for you, right? So being mindful, if you can only turn on a different direction, you could see, or if you can only open your eyes, it's like your guides are telling you, here's the cup you've always been wanting here. Okay, here's the offer that you've always wanted, right? Also, forecast, maybe you guys are not putting any action into anything right now. You are maybe asking from universe, you're praying, you're trying to manifest, but you're also not putting action into it. And with divine law of attraction, what you want to manifest is only going to come into fruition if A, you're raising or increasing your vibrations, but also B, you're putting action into co-creating with universe of things that you want to manifest, right? So your energy attracts the energy that universe is going to bounce back at you. If you're open for love, then universe is going to give you that. Okay, they're listening. So let it be known. Let your prayers be known. Let your wishes be known by universe, and put action to co-create with universe over here. In the past though, now I'm seeing here why you maybe, for some of you, lost hope when it comes to your dreams manifesting, or lost hope about being happy once again. This is just going to be for some of you because someone could have deceived you in the past. 7 of Swords, you guys have went through a very painful and somewhat feeling betrayed. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So it's like universe wants to comfort you at this time and turn your sadness into joy. And once you're ready to accept the truth so that you can heal and have inner peace, right? All you got to do is open your heart for a whole new experience, is what I'm getting here. So right now with the Justice card, you're thinking about getting the truth out. Maybe you think that someone is not being honest with you, or maybe this is a self-denial. Okay, I have to say that too. For some of you who thinks that someone has cheated on them, keeping a truth behind them, then universe is giving you this assurance, this security that the truth will be yours with the Justice card. Even though sometimes justice is slow to take or to happen or to manifest, it's coming. It's coming. It's just being delayed right now, but it's definitely coming. The clarity that you want, the truth that you want, or that last word, a confirmation of some sort in order to move forward. If you're waiting for a court issue over here, I have to say that maybe you didn't have the upper hand in the past, but it's going to come in. It's only a matter of time. Universe has a way of bringing balance back in life, okay? What comes around goes around. And for every action, there's a counter reaction, or there's consequences for every action. So whoever deceived who here, they're definitely going to have what they deserve, or the consequences of their actions over here. So I think that for some of you, there's feelings of anxiety and worry, or this could be the other person thinking of this. But remember, this is a minor arcana. That means that you can change your circumstance right now in order to minimize the possibility of having this energy in the near future, right? So with that said, this is not something entirely out of your control. Okay, Taurus, I'm getting this energy that, yes, it may seem like that, but if you're keeping your mind on justice, on the truth that needs to prevail here, and you're being open to hear the truth, it may not be the truth that you want to hear. It may not be something that is packaged nicely, right? It could be a harsh truth, but once you accept that, you can avoid, with the 9 of Swords, a cycle of mental fear, being mentally imprisoned by your negative thoughts over here, and you're finally going to be at peace with something that happened in the past. And this definitely requires hearing some harsh truths and acceptance on your end, and being able to see that even though you may not have wanted this situation to turn out this way, but justice, the higher form of justice, the higher order, will still make a way for things to fall into place, okay? With little or no effort from your end, right? So, but your choice is, if you see the situation as you finally being free from the burden, or you dwelling on this past situation, okay? If that makes sense, because I see here someone focusing on the hurt, the betrayal, those 3 of Cups being spilled. Right now, how you guys are feeling is like the Hierophant. This could mean that you're a little bit yeah, there's the energy of being stuck in rigid ways. And I'm not saying that to offend you, but you also have to know if certain rules, certain relationships feel a little bit somewhat restricting for you, not allowing you to grow here, Taurus. Maybe it's time for you to get outside the limitations that have been imposed on you or you've imposed on your own. For some of you, if this is a relationship that feels constricting and you're no longer feeling emotionally fulfilled, even though there has been a deception of some sort, maybe it's time for you to accept the truth, even if it's harsh, so that you won't need to comply on these rules or this situation anymore. Maybe it's time for you to rebel in some ways in order to find inner peace, in order not to let this imprison you in the near future. But of course, with justice here, if you're thinking of separation, if you're thinking of divorce, like I said, court issue, maybe right now you still feel connected to the situation one way or another, but that's because you haven't made the decision to cut the ties. For this swords over here with the Four of Cups, yes, you're already emotionally withdrawn, but you're not yet using the sword to cut through the connection. The sword, yes, it talks about clarity, okay, inner peace, but you can also use that sword to cut through the lies, cut through the deception, cut through to any fake connection, right? And maybe you feel obligated and responsible, but also you already know that things could no longer go back to the way they were. You're being called to ascend to a higher level of understanding here, especially with the justice. What feels to be a comfort zone has a way of making you feel somewhat also not in balance here. Because obviously the justice card is showing up. Something is not unbalanced here. You may think that you are tied to your vows, to your promises, but maybe this is what's causing some imbalance on your end. You're still looking on the past. You're still looking on your promises, on those vows. But you fail to see that there's something new already that's unfolding for you. In the environment is the Knight of Swords. Someone could definitely be upset, but I'm getting this energy of someone being a little bit cocky, a little bit, I don't know, it's like someone is, I don't know if you could see that smirk on this person's face. It's like this person is using that sword, but also not explaining things to you in a way that maybe reveals the whole picture. I'm getting this energy of the Knight of Swords, like someone could be a little bit aggressive and tends to lash out, and that's because maybe in the past they already have this tendency to manipulate and to deceive. It's like one moment this person withdraws information and truth, and the next they could put the blame on you, because I sense this aggressive nature, or quite frankly very immature and not communicating properly. This could also be your energy, Taurus. Remember, reversed could also be happening here. Like energies could be reversed here. Maybe it's you that's coming across as too controlling, too rigid, and has a tendency to lash out if things don't necessarily go to your way. Maybe that's the reason why this person is not opening up to you, okay, because there's some form of imbalance in this connection. There's an oppressive nature with the Hierophant over here. Maybe this person thinks that your voice is only the one being heard, and this person doesn't have much freedom, and this is why maybe this peaks of joy in listening is someone wants to be heard, someone wants to be accepted, someone's voice needs to be, felt like it's equal with the other person. Okay, Justice card, balancing of energies. So hopes and fears is the Five of Pentacles. You maybe hope that this situation comes to an end. You hope for the light at the end of the tunnel, but also you fear like things are not really stable at this time. You feel abandoned. You feel like, well, I don't know why I get this energy, like you feel someone is too prideful to admit their true feelings. Someone is too prideful to make up for their mistakes here. Okay, but I see two fives over here, and five is all about transition. Also with the Hierophant, it's like you are in this stage right now where you are transitioning. Okay, maybe you're on the process of releasing your attachment from your vows, your responsibilities, or from what seemed like familiar. You've been succumbed with this responsibilities, with your vows and with your promises, or your commitment to someone that you didn't really see what's going on. And so now with Justice card, you begin to see the truth, and the process of detaching is a little bit, not a little bit, but really challenging for you, both emotionally and financially. It's so hard to, I understand, it's so hard to heal from something that's maybe what you built in long term. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't get over the deception, especially if you invested on this for so long, and you really gave your all towards a situation, okay? For some of you, if it's not a romantic partner, this could mean any organized institution or family or community. You feel a little bit ostracized by a group of people here, Taurus. You feel like people don't understand you. You feel like people are also taking advantage of your kindness, is what I'm getting here. And people don't see your worth, okay? Just because with the Seven of Swords here, like, people are doing things behind your back here, and you have always been aware, but also it's like you were afraid to take matters on your own hands. You were waiting for justice to be served, and right now you can't see this situation manifesting, and you feel like, well, how can you take this? How can you resolve this situation on your own? But the guidance that I'm seeing here is that have faith that justice will be served. The truth is going to come out sooner or later, and this is only a temporary phase for you, Taurus. Keep your head up high. You can do something to avoid the situation turning out in a negative note, right? Nothing is truly carved to the stone, especially this is a minor arcana. You can change something now in your situation to avoid things turning out this way, okay? This is a lot to do with your own free will, okay? And so, yeah, like I said, you can do something to avoid this as the outcome. We have the Five of Swords. So didn't I mention someone has a tendency to lash out? Someone has a tendency to, have the upper hand in this situation. Could be you or someone, Taurus. Like, someone feels like they're superior above the other person. Someone could also be doing some mind games to get the upper hand here. I hope that it's not going to be the case. But remember, whoever does wrong will get what they deserve. For every action, there's a consequence. It's only a matter of time. Okay, you may not see this happening now, but definitely Lady Justice is seeing everything here, okay? Is seeing everything here. So with the Five of Swords, right? You can avoid this conflict by first and foremost accepting a harsh truth, okay? Maybe this is a time for you to act accordingly to your own to your own goals, to your higher self. Do something that in order to free yourself from this burden over here. You don't need to comply. You don't need to keep on doing things the same way over and over. You have to recognize that you have other people or love here. You don't need to dwell on the past, because if you don't avoid the situation, it might come to a point where you're going to cross paths with this again. And again, the same kind of energy can play out. Seven of Swords and Five of Swords. Someone has the ability here to emotionally and mentally manipulate, do mind games. So I hope that you do your best to avoid the situation now, okay? You do have the power to make some changes here, Taurus. Consider this as a heads up, right? Your guides are listening. Your guides are listening. Maybe it's time for you to listen to your guides as well. Like, avoid being in situations like this. There's certainly a lot of lessons to be learned that don't need for you to experience it, okay? Consider this a divine protection. Like, universe wants you to be aware and mindful of the people and situation you put yourself into, right? You can't just put the blame on others. You can also make a decision to avoid this from happening. Seven of Cups. So if this is related to your love interest, I think that you're aware someone has a lot of other options. It seems like this person is not ready to make a commitment of some sort, is still in that fantasy thinking, not ready to get, not ready to make a choice regarding who they're going to commit to. So you've been hoping and expecting for this person, maybe, and that's why you are feeling worried and anxious about this whole situation. This could have already happened in the past too. You've always known that this person has this tendency to be confused. Like, one moment they're committed, the next they're not so sure about their true emotions. And you kept trying, but as it turns out, there's no use in doing things over and over again. Maybe someone is a little bit of a player here, okay? It's their nature. It's their shadow side, is what I'm trying to say. You're dealing with someone's shadow side. And unless there's true transformation with this person, but yes, be assured that justice will be served and this person will learn his or her lesson here. If it's related to career, maybe for some of you, you should be able to realize the offers that are real versus the ones that are imaginary. Maybe you think that all of these offers in front of you is not going to make you emotionally fulfilled, but actually you're just not taking the time to get all the information out, and sooner or later clarity will be yours. You'll begin to discern what's real versus what's not. Also, in terms of someone's feelings, you will have that clarity to know if someone is being real to you or not, if someone is just playing you around, twisting your words and disguising truth. Okay, we also have here 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so be encouraged right now, Taurus. Like, you're definitely going to get down into the details of all of this. Right now, you may not have all the information that you seek. That's why you're feeling worried. But also, if you have the courage to step outside your emotions here, because this is too much of the emotions, right? Being caught too much of the emotions. If you set your emotions aside and think of this in a logical way, get down to the details, know what you're dealing with or know who you're dealing with, then you wouldn't feel so hopeless, and you won't feel like you're the victim of the situation. Okay, that's when you can start taking charge and taking your power back. This is all about you creating a plan or a strategy to avoid feeling defeated. Okay, and the moment you become aware of who you're dealing with or what you're dealing with, you become aware of their patterns, and you can avoid this situation turning out in a negative way for you. Okay, so we have your King of Coins. Yeah, this could be regarding your finances too. Like, maybe someone took advantage of your resources here, of your money. Maybe it could have been someone you really trusted, and now you know someone's nature, like they couldn't be trusted over money. This could be a father figure, someone you see as a senior, someone that you really trusted, someone that you see as a leader of some sort, or could be your boss, and you think that this person is definitely unfair or has the tendency to do some power play and intimidate you. This is a time for you to let it be known that you're no longer going to just accept this person's methods or ways. Like, you are not going to succumb into that anymore, and you have come to a different kind of awakening that this needs to be settled, this needs to be known, this needs to be confronted, a truth needs to come out. Okay, I'm also getting here with the Hangman. Like, you just let things be in the past. You were aware, but you were not making any action in the past. You made a lot of sacrifices, or someone made a lot of sacrifices, but also someone here just thought of themselves. Like, I heavily sense this energy of being selfish. Like, something and someone has been selfish with this one, with their motives. Ace of Coins. Yeah, if it's definitely related to money, you will get the justice that you deserve, right? You will get what you've been working so hard for, especially if you're the one who made all the sacrifices in the past and you didn't see anything paying off. Well, it's payoff time, right? It's a big reward that's coming for you, my dear. What you've lost will be replenished. Okay, universe is definitely listening to your heartaches, to your burdens, and you will get the abundance. Okay, you will get the reward, a big reward for this. That is absolutely amazing. And so with the Queen of Wands, there could be, you're worried about a fire sign, right? You're worried about a fire sign, but also it's like you're worried about not being able to put an ending to your attachment over a fire sign here. But as it turns out with the Death card, you will come into terms with your situation and make an executive decision to put an ending once and for all. But also, this is a major arcana, so it seems like the choice is yours. It's either you're going to accept the ending, so you can also end a cycle of mental and negative thoughts, mental prison. You're going to surrender your concerns and worries to the universe as you give birth to a whole new cycle here. After justice is being served, that's when you can see results of this abundance. Okay, synchronicities, rewards, unexpected bonuses, right? It's going to be yours, Taurus. Best believe that. The Emperor here, you could be, you both are equally powerful individuals. I'm seeing here that you're standing up to this person, or someone is matching your energy here. Even though the Hierophant imposes the rules, right? Even though the Hierophant loves to preach about, walking the talk or something like that, it's all about applying what you learned. The Emperor is all about organizing, planning out. So it's like you're calling out someone's behavior here. You know that someone is a bit preachy, has a tendency to manipulate and control, but you're calling out someone's actions and behaviors. You're beginning to recognize that there's something fishy, there's something unhealthy here, and now you're taking charge. You're gaining your control over the situation back. You're no longer succumbing into the Hierophant's will and regulations and rules over here. Okay, so it's kind of like rebellious, but in fact it's like you're claiming your power back. You're coming across as well as the Emperor, the Fool card, right? This could be a start of a new journey after situations are being revealed, after a truth has come out. Although you may not want to hear some harsh truths here, Taurus, but it is necessary. Consider it as that last piece of information, or last bit of push that you need, so you can finally see things in a whole new perspective. The Hangman means you need a different perspective. That's why in the past you were not able to free yourself from that, and there's no forward movement. Okay, so you need a fresh perspective. Fool card means seeing things in a childlike perspective too, like releasing everything that used to burden you, and going against the crowd, going against what this Hierophant is preaching, and starting something new, doing something you've always been wanting to do. See what I mean? It's an ending of a feeling of lacking something. Okay, this could mean like financial instability. You're finally going to recover from everything that you've been feeling here. You're going to get the help that you've always wanted from universe. Your guides are listening, right? So it's only a matter of time now. 10 of Swords means, yes, you felt betrayed, you felt stabbed in the back, but universe is going to return that as a feeling of there's a big reward. Okay, there's a new beginning for you. It's a powerful new beginning for something long term, and consider that as the good side of karma coming your way here, Taurus. Yep, Star card, you're moving towards healing here. Could be an Aquarius as well coming in your life. But Star card is a beautiful energy to receive. It talks about optimism. It talks about that feeling of rejuvenation, recovery, being able to soak in the blessings, and stars being aligned in your favor here. It may look like a devastating ending, but it needed to happen so that you and other people involved will learn the lesson of what justice really is. It may not be according to what you wanted or how these people wanted, but it is just, okay? It is just. So you're moving towards calmer waters. Good job for some of you, Taurus. If you guys are definitely resonating with this, if you're deciding to walk away and move forward to calmer waters, wow, that is amazing. There's no use dwelling with this unhealthy exchange or lashing out argument back and forth, and heading towards somewhere emotionally or physically. Traveling somewhere can give you inner peace. Queen of Cups. Okay, it's emotional healing. Okay, it's emotional healing. And with the Hermit, you might go in an emotional journey or spiritual journey on your own, finding peace, and that is good. That is absolutely good. It means you are increasing your vibration, you're preserving yourself, you're finding answers, okay, and you're filtering out the noise that has imposed on you, voices that try to suppress you, or any oppressive energy that used to imprison you. And this is you claiming your freedom back and healing in the process. So that is your reading, my dear Taurus. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope that you meditate on these energies. It's a very positive transformation going on for you guys. And remember, it's a choice. Happiness is a pursuit. And your guides are listening all the way. I'm sending you love and light. Be in the lookout for next week's uploads. And namaste.